There's nothing like being back on UK soil, getting my head down, and get back in routine and regiment, and that's how I like living my lifestyle in a regiment format, and focus on what I've got ahead of me, really.
You can see he's massive, he's in shape, he's going to be a real challenge, and it's something different for me. Look, I'm used to boxing boxers and boxing the head off somebody.
You know, unfortunately, it was a terrible accident, tragic injury, and you know, he'll take a little bit of time to recover physically. I think more will come out on that when Anthony's prepared to share it.
Anthony Joshua has made a statement concerning his career, and this is what he had to say. He said, quote, he said, "I can't stop now. I've got to keep going until I reach my destination. I'm targeting Tyson."
Anthony Joshua exploded at Tyson Fury during the press conference, turning the moment into pure chaos. Fresh after his serious car crash, Joshua charged into training camp with fire and showed no restraint, storming into Fury and Fabio's press event with fierce intensity. He locked eyes with Fury and issued a direct challenge, daring him to rise to the occasion. The atmosphere was charged, tempers flared, and fans could sense the scale of this clash growing long before the first bell rings.
It's just a battle of the fittest, battle of the smartest, and the last man will.
Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua's heated exchange sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Joshua's intensity was through the roof, and Fury could clearly feel the pressure as the challenge was thrown down. Fans have waited years for this showdown, and hearing Joshua speak with such conviction, vowing to dominate and punish Fury, made the moment unforgettable. The tension, the build-up, the drama, this is exactly what boxing fans live for.
I'm going to be saying to him in the fight, like, beat the pussy up, call me Larry Holmes. I'm eating a jab, bang, bang, bang. And, you know, I can't wait. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic.
Fabio Wardley looked fully fired up as he confidently claimed he's the superior fighter, making it clear he believes he can beat both Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. His bold confidence stunned the room. Wardley didn't blink, locking eyes with Fury as if to signal he's next in line. In that moment, it stopped being just about Fury. Another dangerous contender had stepped into the spotlight, and the heavyweight scene instantly became even more explosive.
We're trying to engage very early or very often, but that's another area I can double down and hunt him around that ring. Like, there's only so long you can go running from me in a ring. You're not gonna be able to keep that up for 12 rounds. I will find you, I will hunt you down, and you will have to stand in front of me and let your hands go at one point or another. So, and at that moment, that's where
Eddie Hearn made it clear this is the fight the entire world has been waiting for. Fans aren't interested in anything else because Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury is the ultimate showdown. Joshua has put in the hard work and Fury can't keep ignoring it. Every word from Hearn only adds fuel to the fire. The stage is set for fireworks and everyone knows this clash is inevitable.
The only fight that people have been talking about, and the only fight people want to see, and the reason that His Excellency has been engaging in those talks with Tyson Fury is to fight Anthony Joshua.
Showbiz pointed out something massive. Anthony Joshua's comeback from tragedy isn't only physical, it's mental and spiritual. After the heartbreak and time away, AJ's confidence is shining through, proving he's stronger than ever. Fans can feel it, a man who's been tested, who's endured loss, yet remains unshaken. That mindset alone makes him a frightening opponent, and it's only increased the excitement to see him step back into the ring.
Hear Anthony Joshua speak with confidence and strength, saying that he has a strong mind. And that was great because a lot of people are wondering with that tragedy, you know, how he could be doing mentally and spiritually. Of course, he's sad. Of course, he's down. Of course, he needs time to grieve and all those things. But he has.
Spencer Oliver dropped a major bombshell, revealing that Anthony Joshua has his eyes locked on the ultimate showdown, and it's Tyson Fury. While rumors continue to swirl about Arslan Makhmudov being lined up as a tune-up fight, many believe his style actually suits Fury. But Joshua's focus, power, and sheer determination make him a nightmare opponent for anyone. The heavyweight division has suddenly become far more dangerous.
Joshua was the dream fight that he was hoping for sometime late summer. Arslan Makhmudov is the rumoured guy that he's going to be coming in against, the guy that just beat Dave Allen, the big Russian, very powerful, very strong, but he started.
Simon Jordan got to the heart of the issue. Physically, Anthony Joshua has everything he needs, but the real question is mental. After tragedy and time away from the ring, does he still have the hunger to let his hands go like he did at his peak? Boxing isn't just about skill, it's about fire, desire, and heart. Fans are watching closely, knowing that if Joshua channels his focus and controlled aggression, Fury could be in serious trouble. This isn't just a fight, it's a comeback, a statement, and a chance to prove he's still the heavyweight force the world once feared.
And so with that in mind, physically, of course, he'll overcome it. It's whether boxing provides him with an outcome that he wants to motivate himself to go back into a ring.
Eddie Hearn made it clear that dealing with Tyson Fury is like trying to read smoke. One day it feels genuine, the next it looks like pure mind games. That uncertainty is exactly why Team Joshua isn't chasing shadows. The focus right now is Anthony Joshua sharpening himself both mentally and physically, because control is the only real advantage in boxing politics. Fury's silence, delays, and mixed signals only add to the suspicion that this could be tactical stalling. Meanwhile, Joshua is preparing as if the fight is absolutely real. Once camps open and names start getting contacted, the truth will come out. Either Fury fully commits, or the world finally sees who is truly ready to step forward.
Can't ever guess what Tyson Fury's thinking or what his plan is, you know, and it's really, you just got no, like, you can't choose confidently what he's going to do. Maybe he's had enough, maybe he's got the ump, maybe it's a game. You just got to worry about yourself, and you know, for us, AJ's probably a couple of weeks away from going back into camp. And then, you know, in a couple of weeks, maybe we'll reach out to Frank and Spencer and say, look, we're going to make our next move. Do you want to speak to Tyson and see, make sure?
Frank Warren calmly spelled out the reality behind the hype, cutting through the noise instantly. Training alone doesn't make a super fight, agreements do. Joshua staying active shows intent, but intent means nothing without signatures. This isn't about fear or confidence, it's about control, leverage, and timing. Fans thrive on emotion, but promoters deal in paperwork. Until the numbers, clauses, and guarantees are locked in, it's all just talk. The frustration for supporters is clear, because the fight feels close, yet still out of reach. One thing is certain though, once terms are finalized, excuses disappear. At that point, both sides will be judged by action, not interviews.
He wants to fight, but this fight will only happen when the terms are agreed for him to fight. And as far as I understand at this moment, that's not been done. So the terms have got to be sorted out, and then I'm quite sure if that is the case,
Duke McKenzie doesn't attack personalities, he attacks legacies, and that's what makes his words hit hard. He questions whether popularity has replaced proper evaluation when we talk about greatness. Wins matter, but context matters more, and resumes reveal uncomfortable truths. Beating certain opponents might sell headlines, but it doesn't rewrite history. Legends are built on depth, danger, and dominance over elite competition. The frustration here is that standards are slipping in modern boxing conversations. Being loud, undefeated, or entertaining doesn't automatically equal historical greatness. Fans can celebrate Fury's moments, but comparing him to true all-time greats demands scrutiny. Until the record matches the reputation, the debate will never fully settle.
Obviously, Fury's got his own fans and people that think that he is a legend and one thing and another. Well, that's all well and good, but you've got to look at his resume. It doesn't stack up. Not to the great fighters. It doesn't stack up. So, you know, he is where he is. But I say, if he beat Fabio Wardley, that doesn't make him great. That doesn't make...
Fabio Wardley speaks with a level of belief that immediately grabs attention. He's not impressed by reputations or intimidated by history. He sounds genuinely convinced. Youth, freshness, and hunger are dangerous weapons, especially against a heavyweight who has already been through so many wars. Wardley sees openings where others only see fear, and that confidence alone makes this whole conversation explosive. The idea that Fury could be vulnerable to power again isn't crazy, it's provocative. This isn't respectful trash talk. It's a challenger visualizing the finish before the bell even rings.
Times, and I'm a bit younger, a bit fresher, got a few more tricks in my pocket, so if I can do it, I can do it. I can get Fury out of there.
Do you see that? If that's a fight that happens, you see yourself knocking him out?
Yeah, 100%. I see myself getting him out. I can actually see it as well, because I know I can get to it.
Carl Froch opens the door to the question nobody wants to answer honestly. Why walk away when the biggest fight of your era is still sitting there untouched? This isn't nostalgia, it's unfinished business. Joshua versus Fury isn't just a bout, it's a defining chapter for British boxing. Frotch's perspective exposes something deeper. Retirement only makes sense when there's nothing left to prove. But here, everything is still on the table. Legacy, pride, and history are calling louder than comfort. Fans don't want explanations anymore, they want commitment. Every time Fury steps away and then steps back in, it chips away at clarity. If the fight truly matters, there's only one response. Stop flirting with exits and step into the fire before the moment passes forever.
Simon, I know the fight with Anthony Joshua is an interesting one we want to see, one that I certainly want to see. First of all, I'd just like to say, why retire, why come out? I've touched on it.
Tony Bellew highlights the brutal reality of timing in elite boxing. Fresh off a demanding camp in a war, jumping straight back into chaos isn't always smart, but neither is letting a massive opportunity slip through your fingers. This is the trap Fury thrives in, forcing others to move on his schedule. Say no and you risk missing the biggest payday. Say yes and you risk being undercooked. That hesitation fuels doubts about whether this fight will ever materialize. Bellew's tone suggests he's tired of the constant back and forth, the false alarms, the dramatic pauses. Boxing fans have seen this story before, where bold talk turns into silence. At some point, credibility becomes currency. Cry wolf too many times, and you don't just annoy fans, you erode belief that the bell will ever ring.
It's one that, right now, I mean, he's just coming off a hard camp, a hard fight, and does he need it right now, immediately, when Tyson Fury says so? Probably not, but can he afford to knock back the opportunity? Probably not as well, so it's tough, really. I'm not so sure it actually does happen, and I'm not so sure it's someone, once again, who cried wolf.
Gareth A. Davis paints a picture of uncertainty wrapped in insider whispers. Long layoffs, sudden retirements, and quiet negotiations all blur the line between strategy and confusion. When a heavyweight disappears for months, momentum doesn't wait, it moves on. The idea of easing back in sounds sensible, but this isn't a sport that rewards hesitation. Behind closed doors, plans may be forming, but public doubt keeps growing. Fans hear timelines, then hear reversals. That disconnect feeds skepticism. If the comeback is real, clarity must replace speculation. Boxing history is ruthless with those who linger too long outside the ring. Davis's insight suggests movement, but until the gloves are laced and dates are locked in, every comeback claim feels provisional rather than promised.
He'll get a tune-up. It'll be Anthony Joshua before Alexander Usyk. That is my understanding.
When you say tune-up, you're not referring to
like
Anthony Joshua as a tune-up,
no, that's not a tune-up.
No, that's what I mean.
But
just the way you worded that then.
Well, we're already into. He hasn't fought for 6.5, 7 months.
Oh, he's retired, mate.
He's retired. Yeah, he's retired. My understanding is, behind the scenes, they're working very closely on getting him back, maybe late this year or very.
Johnny Nelson strikes a balance between realism and belief, acknowledging vulnerability without surrendering confidence. Yes, fighters study footage and imagine repeat outcomes, but boxing never runs on copy and paste logic. One clean shot doesn't guarantee a sequel. Experience, adjustments, and mindset reshape everything. Still, Nelson leans toward Joshua because consistency matters. AJ's ability to execute under pressure and stick to a disciplined plan separates theory from reality. Power alone doesn't win elite fights. Timing and composure do. Nelson's view reflects respect rather than hype. While others chase narratives, he weighs probability. Fans may argue endlessly, but in the ring, structure beats chaos more often than not. If this matchup happens again, it won't be decided by memories. It'll be decided by who adapts when the pressure peaks.
Why? Because Tyson Fury's a fighting man. So I know Dylan White is nightmares to everybody. You never know. Right now, people are thinking, yes, I know how to take that boy out. It's the same shot Anthony Joshua took him out with, and Pulev took him out, Povetkin took him out with. But I just think, fight-wise, I'd lean towards Anthony Joshua.
The tension between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury has reached pitch fever, and fans are desperate for answers. Every press conference, every heated remark, every subtle jab is fueling the storm for what could become the defining heavyweight clash of the decade. Fabio Wardley lurking in the background only adds extra heat, reminding everyone just how unpredictable the division has become. This fight isn't just about skill, it's about pride, legacy, and dominance. Who will rise when the world is watching? Comment below and tell us, do you see Joshua finally conquering Fury, or will Fury's cunning once again prevail?